Welcome back to the channel, good friends. Brian from Apex Detail. Today we're going to take a look at Adams Polish's Graphene Ceramic Spray Coating, 12 fluid ounces, $32.99. This spray coating, along with some of their other coatings, including the Sio2 spray coating, takes advantage of their patented UV tracking or tracing technology, hence the UV light. I'll show you guys exactly what I mean and how to use that as we're applying these products. So we have the panel prepared. In order to lay any of these down for protection, you want to wash, decontaminate, clay, polish, iron, ferrous metal remover, all of that stuff, guys. So we have our test panel ready to go. 88 gloss units is what we always get when we measure before. And as you can see, using the UV light, there is nothing on the panel there for protection. We're going to start with the graphene coat on the left, and we're going to compare it to their Sio2 spray coating, and that takes advantage of their UV technology as well. We'll put that on the right side. The graphene oxide is combined with a ceramic spray coating. They boast to bump the hardness of your clear coat up to 9H with 1+ years or more of protection. The website mentions that this is their longest lasting spray coating yet, less prone to water spotting, also stain resistance against bugs, sap, dropping. Also a higher scratch resistance as well. As you can see here, I'm utilizing their UV tracers to make sure I have a nice even coat in the test area, and you can use that to ensure the same thing on every panel as you apply. The UV coating, I did do a showcase on that, the 5-year coating from Adams, fantastic coating. You can check out that showcase. So these two products here have the same technology. So that is really neat. I really like that feature from these coatings. Now what we want to see, is there a difference between the graphene coating and their Sio2 spray coating? Let me give you a closer first-person view, and I want you to pay attention as I'm applying both sides. You're going to see quite a few similarities between the two coatings, as I have noticed, but let me know if that's coming through the camera. Can you let me know what you're seeing? Let me know your opinions down in the comments section. And on the section on the right, we'll just apply the Sio2 spray coating as well. There are going to be 2 layers of each coating in their designated area. And it's going to be probably 2 or 3 days until I get back to them. They will have plenty of time to properly cure. All right, using the UV light, I did let a couple drops fall onto the panel. I didn't want that many to drop. It looks like a hotel room, for crying out loud, but you get an idea of how the system works. Really gives you an idea of where you need to apply if you missed a spot. And the easy part now, letting it cure properly. It's been a few days since I applied the coatings. So as I come and take a look at each panel, they're looking glossy, they're feeling great. There's one that feels just a little bit more glossy than the other coating, and that's the plain old Sio2 coating without the graphene. Slightly, ever so slightly slicker. Okay, let's take a look at gloss next. We started with 88 gloss units. Is there a slight jump or a huge jump when it comes to gloss? And it's actually quite an impressive jump when it comes to gloss just from applying the product. When we jump over to just the plain old SiO2 coating, it's crazy to hear myself say that just a few short years ago. We were so enamored with SiO2 coatings, and now they are kind of being left in the dust by the graphene coatings, even though they're not completely refined yet. They have a ways to go, guys. I do need to remind you, these coatings, it's going to be quite a few years until we're getting the purest form of graphene and not graphene oxide. In the upper left-hand corner of each section, I will grab the heat gun and we'll concentrate heat up to and exceeding 250 degrees in each panel and see if each of the coatings can take that sort of beating. Okay, we'll keep an eye on those areas. Something else I do want to add to the testing, a lot of these coatings boast of being a little bit more scratch resistant, so we'll put some scratches in there. We'll grab 3D1 and make just one quick pass all the way through both sections, and then when we take it outside and torture it with water and chemicals, we'll be able to see if it holds up. Let's drag this panel outside. So under direct sunlight, we'll tear off the masking tape and we want to look for jetting. And that just means, does it make the areas look darker and richer and give them depth along with extra gloss? Not sure what's coming through in the camera, but just the plain old ceramic coating looks a little bit darker and richer, standing right in front of it. Let me know what you're seeing. When it comes to their hydrophobic properties, they're pretty much the same. As we take a closer look, we will take notice actually that 3D1 actually scratched a little too much because it scratched off both coatings. But up in the upper left-hand corner, very impressively, the coatings withstood 250 degrees, and that's very important for those of you down in those warmer climates. Concerning the 3D one in the pass I made, I wanted to give you another example of removing these coatings, either in spray form or a higher concentration form of Sio2. 3D1 easily removed it with one quick pass, and as I showed you in the last mini-series on the Porsche, I easily removed an entry-level coating as well. Very important, and it gives you an indication of what it takes to remove them. Let's power through the 10 wash test. Hey, you never know. There have been some coatings, some spray coatings that didn't make it past this, so let's take a look. All right, no problems there. They both seem to have held up well. Let's bump up the aggression just a little bit, a few notches, grab an all-purpose cleaner and douse both areas. After a second round of the cleaner, those areas where we passed through with 3D1 have really widened up a bit, so we're breaking the coatings down, and we'll finish them off, I'm sure, with Citral 266. That will do it, reducing both of these spray coatings to just some sheeting protection. It doesn't mean the protection is gone completely, guys. It just means that what we've done so far has broken down whatever they add to these formulas to give them some hydrophobic properties. What I'm going to do is dry off the areas, and I'll go in and grab the gloss meter, and we'll see what type of gloss hold, or how did both areas hold on to the gloss after taking a beating. Either there's no substitute when it comes to this and whatever Mother Nature can throw up at both of these panels, but it gives me a lot of useful information nonetheless. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Let me know, between the two coatings, they're pretty much the same, and I would just grab whichever one has a better deal. If there's a deal on one during a weekend on Autotopia, AutoGeek, or wherever you could pick these up, just grab it. They both seem I like the UV technology they have in these coatings, and they're both the same, so grab whichever one is the better deal.